In 2021, entertainment means online streaming video platform or OTT apps. But if you have old TV in your home, you cannot stream those apps in your TV. To stream those apps, you have to buy any Android box. And this Amazon Fire TV Stick Lite is the best option and the cheapest option to convert any old TV to smart TV. In this video, I am going to give Fire TV Stick Lite in-depth analysis and review. So sit back, relax, watch this video till the end before buying this Fire TV Stick Lite. This device is available on Amazon and I bought it around 2299 rupees on Republic Day sale. If you want to buy this product, I will give best buy link in the description. In the box, all the streaming app logo is there. In the side, all the things is written there. What item is included in the box, and another side is written there. This is for Full HD 1080 pixel supported. Dual band Wi-Fi is also supported. So everything top highlight features is written in the side, and in the top side and in the bottom side everything HDMI icon is given there. So in the back side, if you see in the device, this is orange color, and the top there is some lock icon or seal is given there. You have to peel off to unseal it. So I have already unsealed the product. So Alexa voice command, some highlighted feature is given there, remote image is given there, and in the right side here you can see when it is imported. And remember, this is fully made in China product because this cannot be manufactured other than China, this kind of small device, an electronics device. The MRP written there 4000 rupees, but every day it is available 3000 rupees over Amazon, but on the sale day 2000 rupees or 2300 rupees, around this kind of price varies. So do buy this product only on sale days, because this is only value for money product when you bought it around 2300 or 2000 rupees. So in the first look at the box content. So two AAA alkaline Amazon basic batteries given there. This is operated in AAA batteries. So here you can see alkaline batteries, and it is also the Amazon product, Amazon basics. So 1.5 volt is given there. You can also use some Duracell, or you can also use rechargeable battery. Adapter, here it is 5 volt 1 amp adapter, B certified from Indian government, but it is also made in China. And there is Amazon logo is given there in the top of the adapter. This charger adapter looks like typical Redmi chargers. This is the quick start guide. Nobody give attention to this device. This is most ignored item in any electronics box, but everybody should read this quick start guide at once, because one important thing is written there. If you use Wi-Fi with 2.4 gigahertz and as well as the Bluetooth device, headphone or Bluetooth speaker, then bandwidth issue will be there because of some bandwidth frequency overlap. So it is recommended to use 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi while using any Bluetooth device like speaker or headphone. Next item or accessories given there, this is very cool item. This is Wi-Fi extender. So if you have TV is wall mounted, then this kind of Wi-Fi extender would be very helpful, because you can bend the device or Fire Stick to 90 degree towards down. Next thing is the micro USB or the normal typical USB cable is written there for the charging purpose, and here you can see it is around 1.5 meter, and quality is also pretty good under this price range. So this is all. And next is very important thing, this is the light version of the Amazon voice or Bluetooth remote. This is Bluetooth remote, not the IR blaster or IR remote. This is Bluetooth remote. So top of the voice button is there. This is the Alexa voice supported. Home button there, back button there, select button there, play, pause, rewind, some DB guide, and the most circular way, this is the joystick. You can say left, right, up, down, and in the middle the OK or select button. So here is how you can insert the battery. So you have to pull it down, and here you can see the 2 battery option is given there. You have to insert 2 AAA size batteries, and how much the battery backup, how long the battery will last, I will update in this channel in future when the battery drains out. So right now I'm going to use, so after how many months the battery will drain out, you will know if you subscribe to this channel. So that's it. The remote, how you can see in the remote quality, it's pretty good, I can say, under this price range. And this is the main device. This is the Fire TV Stick Lite. So every device, Fire TV Stick or Fire TV Stick Lite or 4K, size and physical overview is almost same. So this is the plastic body, and one HDMI full size is coming out, so you can directly insert it to the TV, or you can use HDMI extender. In the back side there is the HDMI logo is there. In the top the Amazon A to Z icon is there. One side is the power micro USB insert, so you can insert your power cable, and in the back side some serial number, FCC ID or device information or certification, everything is written there. So this is the plastic body. Only one HDMI is coming out, and the 5V input voltage or micro USB input port is given there. So that's all, pretty much all the device you can see right now. Now I'm going to set up how to connect to it TV. So I'm going to use the HDMI extender as it is given, so I will also use this. So first of all, you have to insert the HDMI extender to the Fire TV Stick Lite, then insert the 5V micro USB power cable, and you have to insert in TV. So I'm now going to set up in the TV. Do you want to make website for your business and e-commerce with free social media promotion offer? Then visit Obefunia now, link in description. Right now I have Sony Bravia LED TV which is 720 pixel supported. This is HD ready, not full HD, so it does have two HDMI port. One is backside, one is the left side. So HDMI 1 is the back side, so I'm going to use it. So here you can see I have inserted the Fire TV, and here you can see it boots up the Fire TV, logo is there. And first of all, you have to set up your remote to this device. To set up the remote, you have to press the home button around 10 seconds. It will be enabling the remote for the pairing mode. So I am now going to press the home button for 10 seconds, and as soon as it detects the device, the Fire TV, it will ask you to the play or pause button in the remote to successfully pair and go ahead. Next, you will be asked to choose your language. So if you are coming from India, choose English India. Next, connect to any Wi-Fi. So select the Wi-Fi hotspot name and then enter the password. When you're going to type the password, you will notice that this keyboard is not QWERTY keyboard or normal computer keyboard. The keyboard is alphabetical order, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H in alphabetical order. So using mouse left, right, top, down, and click the middle OK button to enter the password. This way you can enter the password. So this, after this, it will be checked for the update, and it will be updated to the latest version. So here you can see still after the first boot it is downloading the update. So wait the update till downloads and installation is complete. So it took me around 30 minutes to complete the download and installation of the update. I think the update was around 300 or 400 MB. So it will time will depend upon your internet speed. So it will next boot up. So here you can see 1080p is right now activated in the Fire TV Stick, that is coming out from the TV. It detects that it is a 1080p resolution is coming out. So this is the boot animation. Here you can see, so Fire TV logo is there, Amazon A to Z icon is there, and some color of wave is there. So first of all, you have to sign into your Amazon account. Without signing in, you can't use this device. So click on new account, sign in, then it will be asked to go some URL, that is amazon.in/code. So in mobile browser or computer browser, log into Amazon first, then go to amazon.in/code, and then enter that random code which is showing in the Fire TV Stick screen. Enter the random code manually. It is around 4 or 5 character long. So after that, click the submit or connect, then it will be saying that this is connected successfully. So then your name will be showing up there. So it is going to say continue or change account, then continue, then it will be asked like Google to save password to Amazon Cloud or not. I don't recommend to save the Wi-Fi password to Amazon Cloud. Next is that parental control. So I'm not going to activate the parental control. If you wish, you can. So that's it. So next thing, you can see the all the OTT platform app. If you choose the all download, so it will be automatically download, but I'm not gonna download all those things, because only if you are belongs to the Ambani and Adani family, then only can pay those OTT platform fees and watch those OTT content after paying money. But if you coming from normal people, you have to find some alternative way. So that's it, all the login have been completed, and here you can see your name will be there. You can add multiple accounts for your customized view, or the home screen will be viewed according to the account whatever you liked or viewed, like just like the YouTube homepage. It depends on the dynamic view, depends on the user or the viewer preference. So here you can see the boot is completed, and here you can see all the things that this looks like typical Amazon Fire TV Stick Lite, home launcher or the home screen. So full of bloatware or some advertisement promotion. The top you can see the Prime ad is there. So let me run through the all the settings option is available there. First of all, go to the preferences in the setting, and this is parental control is off. Privacy setting, I must recommend do off these three options: data uses, collect data analysis, and interest based ads. All those things disable it, because this all will fetch your data and sell for the advertisement. So video quality is there. Data monitoring, if you want you can monitor your data, how much data is going to be used by your apps. So here you can see the first option is this app is the free TV app, so you can use to watch the TV for free without any subscription. So here is the notification setting is there. Feature content, that's my home screen, video autoplay on or off. You can do customize this setting, sync on off, time zone, language. So it depends on you. You can change language. And metric unit means the metric unit will be showing in the weather app. So next thing is the notification. So let me go through one by one whatever setting is there. Notification I have, if any new notification come, it will be showing up there. Account setting I already saw, you can add multiple profile, but if you go to profile setting in the there, you can change the profile icon or logo, and there you can say I can change the name or profile name, whatever you want you can do it. So next thing is basically coming to the network 5 gigahertz and 2.4 gigahertz it does support. So you can also WPS option is there, you can connect to any WPS Wi-Fi. Next is the audio, basically display and sound setting, and there is another option is there, the screensaver. So whenever you're not going to use 10 or 15 minutes, the screensaver or random internet based image will be showing up there. So you can start time to never, then the screensaver will be disabled. So you can do it according to you. Visual resolution is 4 option is there, 1080p and 720p and 50 Hz or 60 Hz. So color bitrate you can see right now 10, 8 and 12. Then the scaling or the calibrate display you can change according to your display. If the display image is not up to the mark on any cropping is there, you can change all those settings. Sound in there, Dolby Digital and Dolby Digital Plus supported, and also the normal supported. So do is keep it as default, because whenever your device does not support the Dolby, it will be in normal sound, stereo sound. So this audio AV sync setting, it will be sync up your device audio and video sync. So in the application you can manage application is there. So all the install application is showing up there in the list. So I have already installed multiple apps via Sideload or some Amazon App Store. So that's it. Here you can see the app setting is there. Equipment control is Alexa devices, Amazon Echo. So you can control those devices. To connect any Bluetooth device, you can do it from remote and Bluetooth setup. And preferences I have already seen. And now my Fire TV is the about section about the device. So if you check for update, this is the FireOS right now going F7.2.2.8. Next is about device developer option. You have to enable ADB debugging for further tweaking and editing the device. If you want unknown installation, you can sideload the app. So select those apps to install the unknown application. So reset device is there, sleep is there, start is there, so everything is there. The accessibility, you can do some accessibility like text banner, voice output. So whatever you, if you use normal Android phone, this kind of accessibility feature you will see. So this is the typical setting panel of the Fire TV Stick Lite. This is the latest model, 2020 model. So if you press the home button in the remote and hold the button, this kind of window will time will be showing up, all the apps is showing up there. So here you can see, you can select your apps and select all apps. You can see all the apps list is there. You can select the app and open the app, and if you select the button, you can also move to front or uninstall those apps. So right now, how to uninstall any app, go to manage apps and click the uninstall, and the app will be uninstalled. So this is pretty easy to use. If you use Android mobile, I don't think it will be very much headache to use this kind of Fire TV device. So here you can see and I'm going to show you how to sync audio and video. Go to sound and video setting, go to AV sync, and one beep will be there. Talk about Alexa. I can say Alexa is the average quality when you try to use with default install application like Prime Video, Prime Music, YouTube. It does works fine, but if you want to search anything which does not know by Alexa, then it will try to open or try to search that application in the Amazon App Store. It works fine with news, core update, weather update, fine. Now let's try with YouTube. NCS.
Getting that from YouTube.
As you saw, Alexa worked fine with YouTube. Now let's try some other apps. Now let's try the NDTV, which is the only trustable news channel right now in India, which is not part of Godi Media. You can see the NDTV UI is very simple. You can right away play some TV.
नमस्कार, मैं रविश कुमार.
So now let's try in YouTube and let's play some music. Let's talk about some serious thing. Amazon does not always say openly which hardware and software they use. So here you can see AID64 app, you can easily find out. So it is using Celdon brand and some MT8695. The hardware is being used, which is 1GB RAM also being used, and by default you are getting 5GB around speed. So it does have 64-bit 1.7 GHz quad core processor, but Amazon OS is 32-bit. This is not acceptable, not expected from Amazon to use 32-bit OS inside 64-bit architecture supported CPU. So here you can see the around 1.7 GHz is there. So display you can see around 1080 supported 60Hz is there. OpenGL version is 3.2. So Imagination Technologies is the GPU vendor or integrated GPU. Wi-Fi is dual band is there. So here you can see all the Wi-Fi details is there. Right now I am using 2.4 GHz. So in the Android version 28 API level, that is Android 9 Pie based. And here you can see the disgusting thing is the security level of 2018. They are manufacturing device in 2020 and they are launching device in 2020 and using 2080 security patch. Not at all accepted from big brand like Amazon. Other thing you can see that it is Vulkan supported, so it is pretty much good. So GPU is very much capable, no lag is there. But here you can see all the codecs, normal codecs like MPEG, HEVC, all is supported. Now I am going to test the RAM speed, the internal storage speed using the CPDT software. I must recommend to use the Aptoide App Store from the third-party installer. So here you can see the sequential write. This is basically the internal storage write speed. This is 33 megabytes per second, and sequential read is there around 200 megabytes per second. So it is very good, and this is also pretty much higher than normal 7200 rpm hard disks, so no problem is there. So now check about the RAM speed, which is pretty important for the quickly open your app or quickly booting up your device. So RAM speed is 1.39 GB. I can say this is pretty good RAM speed according to the only 1 GB device and only streamable device. So another important thing is the DRM level. So it does support Microsoft Play Ready DRM version is there around 3, and it does support Google Widevine DRM, and the security level inside this device is L1. Yes, it is DRM L1 supported, Widevine L1 supported, 1080p Full HD or 4K video you can play, but this device supports up to 1080, so you can play Prime Video, Netflix at Full HD without any lag, without any problem. Let's test the bandwidth of the 5 GHz Wi-Fi. As I do not have the dual band Wi-Fi router, so I am going to create the hotspot from the Raspberry Pi at 5 GHz dual band AC, and here you can see the speed is around getting the bandwidth speed is getting around 95-93. So I can definitely say you can use up to 100 Mbps broadband plan. Beyond it, you can't use. The Ethernet port of the Fire TV stick does also support up to 100 Mbps. Now let's talk about the screencasting of the mobile device. So hold the home button, then the mirroring option is there, then this window will come. This is basically Miracast. So after opening this device or this window in the Fire TV stick, go to your mobile and go to the notification toggle buttons and click on cast. Do connect to both device, Fire TV stick and as well as mobile, to the same Wi-Fi hotspot or Wi-Fi network, and then click on this. Your name will be there according to your Fire TV stick. After you click, it will be take some couple of seconds, it will load, and in the TV or the Fire TV stick, it will start casting your mobile screen right away. So portrait, landscape, both are supported, and here you can see you can easily cast your mobile device to the TV. Easily you can play the YouTube videos or other videos at full screen without any lag. So that's pretty cool. Everything full pack device, I can say. So next, talk about the free RAM. Here you can see around 200 or 150 MB is free while I'm playing the Amazon Prime Video, and no frame drop is there. In next video I'll talk about how can enable this kind of statistics where you can see the internet bandwidth, how much RAM is there, and frame drop is there or not. So let's talk about the cons. First cons coming out, that when I connected using DVI converter, HDMI to DVI converter in the monitor, computer monitor, it did not work. I tried many times but it did not work. And also supports OTG, but you have to use some other accessories, third-party accessories to use the external drive or the pen drive or the hard disk. So in next video I will talk about how can you use the external drive in this Fire TV Stick Lite. So it does support OTG, but by default it does not support. Next problem is that when you play any video using browser like Firefox or Shield browser from Amazon, it will play the video only in full screen mode. If you exit from full screen mode, you will get only sound and black screen. So that is another problem. I tried with many browsers, many times, many websites, but the result is same. Next, another problem is that user app icon. If you sideload any apps in the default launcher or the Fire Stick system, the app name and the app logo or icon will not show. Only the black square box is showing up. No name is there, no app icon is there. So you have to open and trial and error method which app is which one. So that is big problem. So I will talk about how to fix this problem in next video, how to get the third party install application logo. Next problem is that home launcher is pretty bad and full of Amazon Prime Video application banner, and in the your apps will be in the third line. So ad, Prime Video app promotion, everything is there, totally advertisement banner logo is showing up there. So it is pretty disgusting, I can say. Next problem is that even you cannot use the device when there is no internet. So you can't play offline game also, an offline video or image you can't use when the internet is not there. So does have to have internet all the time to even you are going to use the offline games. Next is that by default you can't change the default launcher. As you can see, bloatware and ads, so you can't change the default launcher. You have to use some tips and tricks to change the default launcher. In upcoming video I'll definitely show how you can install third-party launcher. Next, talk about the remote. The remote does not have the power button and the volume plus minus button. You have to use the television plus minus button to increase or decrease the volume and as well as the power. For the shutdown or reboot this device, you can hold the play, pause button and the select button in the middle for 10 seconds. It will reboot the device, and you can also sleep the device. And also going to the My Fire TV option inside the setting, you can sleep or restart the device. Also you can reset the device. So this device does not heats up in heavy usage. In my next video I'll talk about the gameplay review, how to connect the OTG devices like pen drive, how can connect the external Bluetooth device. If you want to buy this device, do click the link in the description. It will help the channel. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Do subscribe to this channel to get more videos of Fire TV Stick Lite.